Hey, Satnam everyone. This is Jai Dev Singh, and I am really excited this year to be coming to Summer Solstice, as I do, my family and I do every single year. And I was as I was going to come on here and talk to you guys about solstice and why I think it's so important. I was thinking about how much I love solstice, but also how much resistance it tends to create. And I think it's super important to understand this phenomenon, especially as we're approaching summer solstice. It's getting closer. Some of you are still on the fence, not sure if you're coming or not. I've been teaching a lot recently about magnetism, the yogic science of magnetism, and how that when one aspect of magnetism is, as you know, when you approach a magnet, you have one magnet and approaches another magnet, and everything in our lives is magnetic. That's what the human organism is, electromagnetic organism. And so depending on your current pranic or life force condition within you, you're drawing things towards you that are going to be supportive of what you really are, your mission, your dharma, or you're going to be repelling those types of things away. So you're always magnetic, regardless of what the case may be. You're either drawing things towards you of what we could call higher magnetism, when you have good life force circulating in your body, feeding the higher centers, feeding your ajna, feeding the crown, feeding the heart center. But if the prana is too densely concentrated in the lower triangle, then you'll also have a magnetism, but you'll draw different qualities of things to you. And so there's an old, famous Ayurvedic saying that they say is that if you're unhealthy, you'll desire the types of things that keep you unhealthy. But if you're healthy, you desire the types of things, you'll be drawn to the types of things that keep you healthy. So if you're already unhealthy, you'll be drawn to the things that keep you unhealthy. And if you're healthy, you'll be drawn to the things that keep you healthy. That's magnetism. So how do you make that leap from if you're in an unhealthy or relatively unhealthy space, how do you make that paradigm leap into where you're being drawn to things that will make you healthy again? Because it's a double-edged sword. And so that's one reason solstice is so powerful. And it's one reason I believe Yogi Bhajan really always encourage folks, revolve your life around summer and winter solstice. Everything else will be taken care of. Personally, I've taken that teaching to heart, and I've done it, and it's definitely worked for me. I've experienced that to be very valuable, very true. Because regardless of the situation, you need a reboot. The whole mind and the body system needs a powerful reboot from time to time. Otherwise, just kind of the residue of everyday living, even with good sadhana, good practice, the residue of everyday living accumulates and accumulates, and we start to get a little bit of that being drawn into the things that are okay, but not necessarily going to give us our great vitality, great clarity, and deep, subtle love. And there's nothing like solstice in that respect. So, solstice itself has a magnificent magnetic energy, and it draws us there. But as it gets closer, often what will happen is you'll hit a field of resistance, like two magnets coming together. As you get closer, it like pushes away before it goes. And so that will often happen anytime you're about to do anything that's really important, or anytime you're about to do something that has tremendous transformative potential. You'll hit that field of resistance as it's approaching. And I bet that's happening with some of you right now. It happens to me every year. As much as I love solstice, and I don't miss it, I haven't missed a year since the first year I went, I always hit the field of resistance where I don't want to go as it's getting closer. I just want to stay home in my cozy house. I travel a lot already. I don't want to travel again. And however, that's why I always have to make it a non-negotiable whether we're going to solstice or not. I always go because I know that resistance is going to hit. So I make sure I know I'm going. I already register. I give my money. So I make sure that I'm just committed in, and I don't have to negotiate with myself whether I'm going or not. Because I know that regardless of whatever resistance I may have, and at some point not feeling like I might not want to go, I know if I go, I'm going to be beyond happy that I went. It's not even, happy is not even the right word, beyond grateful that I went. Because what happens up there is like nothing else. It's not a vacation. It's much more of a pilgrimage than it is a vacation. It's better than a vacation, you know. It's a vacation, you go and you relax and you get rejuvenated in that way. But this gives you a different type of rejuvenation that hanging out in a relaxing vacation could never give you. It gives you the opportunity to tap a different reservoir of vitality that few people ever tap. I go to solstice more than anything else for tantric. For those 3 days of white tantric yoga. That's why I go every year. And I go for the community, and we have all the beautiful classes, workshops, etc., and the music, and the whole experience, of course. But the heart of it for me is those 3 days of white tantric yoga at Ramdas Puri. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it on the planet. And so I would say from my heart, whatever you can do to make it this year to summer solstice, not next year, or maybe that next year, but like really this year, like right now, this is the moment. Things are happening right now on planet Earth, and it's supremely important that we're doing what we need to do for ourselves to build our vitality, to make sure the intuitive mind is the primary part of our mind that is operating for us, that is our navigation, that is animating our lives for us, and that we're not caught in emotional reactivity, and that the stress of life isn't taking its toll on us. And so that we get there and we remember, we do the work that we need to do to get the experience, to remember as this is what it's all about. This is who I am. This is what this is. And there's a powerful, powerful mission here. There's a magnitude to your mission. And there's a direction that your mission takes. And then who do you have to become to fulfill that mission? And there's nothing that I know of on planet Earth like doing 3 days of white tantric yoga at Ramdas Puri with this community up there. And so understanding that when you hit a field of resistance, it's not a sign that you shouldn't go. That's a very natural part of magnetic energy. And anytime you're going to do something that is potentially life-changing, it will often trigger great resistance as you approach it. So if you're experiencing that, well, keep going, come anyways. You'll be so happy that you did. My very first summer solstice that I came to, I was 18 years old, and I really didn't know a lot about what was to expect or anything, and you may be in that boat too if you've never come. What to expect? Well, there's no way to know what to expect until you get there. But what I can guarantee you is that when you get there, it'll work out perfect. You'll have questions and this, and then within a day or so, you'll know the vibe, the routine. There's often like, well, is this going to happen? Or I've got this injury, or I've got this going on. I don't know if I can do this tantric. All that stuff, it all ends up working out. If there's any way you can get there, please come. You're going to be surrounded by this community of just beautiful, loving people, huge hearts, caring, healers, yogis, people of all walks of life, from all parts of the world. The first time I came, I don't remember a ton about it, but I do remember when I first got there, and uh, and at that point Yogi Bhajan was still alive, and he had come up that day, and I was very I didn't know really anyone. I kind of knew one or two people a little bit, and so I was all by myself, and he came, and it was kind of overwhelming. I had never kind of been around anything like that before, and it's just, I don't remember a lot of it, because just the energy of the whole experience, the whole scene, and his presence being there was tremendous. And he had us sit down in a meditation, and he had us do this meditation where you grab a partner, which is different. In white tantric yoga, of course, we use partners. And this wasn't a white tantric yoga exercise. It was just he came up to talk, and then he also, as he often would, led a meditation. And he said, reach over and put your hands on your partner's ears. And so I was already uncomfortable just being there the first time and the whole thing. And then here I was, and then I just happened to be next to a beautiful older woman, but she had big hair, really big hair, kind of like an Afro-style hair. And I'm this young kid, and here I am having to like put my hands over her hair on top of her ears, and then you're gazing, the meditation, we're gazing in each other's eyes. I don't remember the rest of it, putting our hands on the ears. And so like right out the gate, I was moved from this place of great discomfort to, all right, well, here you go, you just have to jump in. And I don't remember what happened after that. But I know this, I've never missed a year since then. Leaving, I remember how that was. Once I was done, I was so high, so uplifted, so fulfilled, that I just made a promise to myself that I'm never going to miss this. And I haven't missed a summer solstice since. And so, my friends, just a word of encouragement. If there's any way you can get there this year, I would love to see you there. Hope maybe I'll get to meet you there. There's going to be just incredible people from all over who are coming, and hopefully you'll also be one of them. So love to you, and I hope to see you up at Ramdas Puri coming up in June. Satnam.